All right, Shalom. First off, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Rakak. I want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and the sincere Shalom to all the Akim out here that's doing and pushing the work in truth and in sincerity. Okay, this video is going to be titled Israelite 101. Don't put your woman on a pedestal. Okay, and this, it's kind of like a response video to, Apostle Gabar's video. It says, you boast about your woman in the truth, but is she on this level, you know? And, you can go watch this 4 minutes and 33 seconds if you didn't watch it, you know? But, in the video, okay, the apostle, was going in on pretty much, how some Jake, they put their woman on a pedestal. Okay, now the word putting a woman on a pedestal, okay, it means to admire or love someone so much that you believe they have no faults. Okay, and there are tons of articles where there are, women who don't like to be, told that they don't have any faults, you know. But when you go into the scriptures, hey, if us as men have faults, and we're supposed to be humble, we hoping that we are men of the Lord, you know, how much are women, you know? Um, Also, continue on. It says, what does it mean to put a woman on a pedestal? Okay, put on a pedestal, give someone uncritical respect or admiration. Treat someone as an ideal rather than a real person. Okay? And I'm going to be honest with you. The feminist movement in America has ruined the mindset of our people. Okay? It says, some women like to be put on a pedestal, was treated like a princess or spoiled. Others do not. Okay? Because they don't want to be told, their faults. Now, let me get this, because there has to be, balance in the truth. Okay? Um, when you go into 1 Corinthians 7:10, it says, and unto the married a command, yet not I, but the Lord. So this is a commandment. Okay, if you have a woman, okay, or if you're a woman that has a man, okay, it says, let not the wife depart from her husband. Okay, it says, but and if she depart, let her remain unmarried. Now, 9 times out of 10, a woman that's in the world, okay, when they leave, they leave. They probably end up, having sex with the a guy that they want to have sex with, the same day. You know, some of these women already be having their next victim in line already. You know, and being a man, okay, especially a man in the truth, you can't be simple. You know, and thinking that, oh, my woman, she's down with me forever. Even if y'all break up or do something to take some time apart, you know your woman is supposed to remain unmarried, or come back. It says, or be reconciled to her husband. You know. Now, the word reconciled, okay, means to change, exchange, or coins for others of equivalent value. To reconcile to those who are at variance. Okay? Return to favor with. Be reconciled to one. Okay? To receive one into favor. Okay? So, you know, do what it takes to, you know, your woman should be, you know, she want to get back with you. You know, do what it takes to get back into your favor. You know, that's how it should be. Okay, it says, and let not the husband put away his wife. Okay, so you shouldn't be, you know, throwing away your woman. Okay, it says, but to the rest speak I, not the Lord. If any brother has a wife that believes not, and she be pleased to dwell with him, let him not put her away. Right? So your woman don't necessarily have to believe in the truth. You know? She as long as she's, you know, down with just pleasing you and making you happy, you know, that's all that matters. Okay? Your woman has to understand, our woman has to understand that we're the men are they're key to getting out of here, man. Okay? That's the key. You pleasing your man. That's the key. Okay? Um it says, and the woman which has an husband that believes not, right? And if he be pleased to dwell with her, let her not leave him. Okay, so the woman, that's still the facts still remain the facts. Okay, that woman is still supposed to please her man. Okay, um, let me jump down to the 15th verse. It says, but if the unbelieving depart, let him depart. A brother or a sister is not under bondage in such cases, but God, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, has called us to peace. Okay? Now, you may end up being single, man, because you know you was with a wicked woman, you know. But you have some people who are in the faith, right? And you know, you may have a woman who is a believer, you know, and that's a beautiful thing, you know. But we still have to have that mindset that, you know, when things kick off, you know, your woman could turn on you. Okay. Um, hold on. Before I go that way, get the book of Job 39 and 17. It says, because God has deprived her of wisdom, neither have he imparted to her understanding. Okay, and that goes into, you know, when you go into the book of let's say First Timothy. No, let me see. Yeah, it was First Timothy 2, and I'm gonna start at 9. It says, in like manner also that women adorn themselves in modest apparel with shamefacedness and sobriety. Okay, shamefacedness. Okay, a sense of shame or honor, modesty, bashfulness, reverence, regard for others, respect. Okay, and that says bashfulness um, towards men. Okay, your woman shouldn't be all up in other men's face, you know. And even when if she up in your face and she's, you know, um, uh, you know, which I always say, man, it's supposed to be a monologue more so than a dialogue. You know, us as men, we supposed to you know, we say wherever we say go, then that's what it is. You know, if we tell our women to go like, hey, I'm hungry, I want some food, hey, go get that food. You know, and that goes into the scriptures as well. Okay, of Ecclesiasticus 26:14, a silent and loving woman is a gift of the Lord. Okay, so, a woman that believes in the Lord, and is silent and loving, that's a gift from the Lord. You have some brothers who, may have a decent woman, somewhat, but even still, don't put her on a pedestal to the point where you think as though that she don't have any faults, you know, because that's the way that the Lord set up women in the first place. Okay, when you go into the scriptures and Genesis, which, Lord willing, I'm gonna be able to get. Okay, and First Timothy, the second chapter, is also going to go into it a little bit. Okay, the woman, okay, was not given the wisdom or the understanding. Okay, really, your woman is supposed to be serving you. Okay, and they supposed to put us on a pedestal. Okay, and looking at us like we the ones who don't have the faults. Okay, even though we know that we have faults, but it says, and there is nothing so much worth as a mind well instructed. Okay, so when it comes down to us as men, and that we tell our women to do something, they supposed to see that, yes, that's good. My man ain't gonna tell me to do nothing that's messed up, even if it sounds messed up. I'm gonna listen to him. Okay, that's how it's supposed to be. Okay, sometimes these women like to talk back, and all that stuff, and you even got women that know the truth, that will talk back. Okay, our women ain't gonna have as extreme, faith as the men are. Okay, but you jump up a verse and it says the grace of a wife delights her husband. Okay, now some of these women, okay, you would be killing yourself, man, to try to get into these women's favor, man. Okay, in order to try to please the woman, and trying to even putting them up on a pedestal, you really would be killing yourself. The women really need to have that mindset that this man that I'm with is a man of the Lord. Okay, or this man that I'm with, I'm happy with him, and I'm pleased to be with him. As simple as that. Okay, and that would, of course, it's supposed to delight your man. Delight the man. That's how it's supposed to be. Your woman is supposed to, you as a man ruling your house. You tell your woman to do something, supposed to listen. Okay, supposed to be in your grace. Okay, and the fact is that the Lord, especially if you been pushing this work, and your woman believe on you, how about me outside, she comes into, y'all end up being together in the faith, and she's never supposed to lose that mindset that the Lord put me with a man of the Lord. Okay, and that's until that man gets put to death, really. Because ain't supposed to be none of that. Okay, my man ain't doing what the hell he's supposed to do. I'm gonna go on to somebody else, and that man's still alive. That's really adultery, especially if that man puts that woman away. Okay, that's adultery. Okay, a man putting away his wife and marrying another. Okay, that's adultery. Now we that's another thing I have to touch on too. Us as men, we're able to have multiple wives. Okay, we're able to have concubine if we want to. Okay, that's the truth of the matter, man. Okay, us as men, we're able to have these things. I don't give a fuck what Esau says. Okay, that's what, if the Lord sees fit that a man is going to have another wife, then that's what's going to happen, man. Okay, it ain't nothing that anybody can say about that. That's between that man and his woman and the Lord. really is the woman shouldn't even, because you have some cultures that sit up there and say, oh, the man can only get a wife if the woman approves, and that's not so. Okay, when King David went out to go get wives, okay, he said he perceived that he was king. Okay, 2 Samuel 5 and 12. And David perceived that the Lord had established him king over Israel, and that he exalted his kingdom for his people Israel's sake. And David took him more concubines and wives out of Jerusalem, after he was come from Hebron, and there were yet sons and daughters born to David. Okay? So once David had that mindset that, hey, the Lord is dealing with me, you know, he was set him up to be king. He went to go get, it said concubines before wives, He went to go get concubines and wives, you know. So us as men, we're able to go out there and get concubines and wives, you know. whether your woman, approves of it or not, and that's what kind of what Apostle Gabar was going into. If your woman really was, a decent woman, she would go, and here go a woman for you, you know. Here go, she believes in the truth. She's looking for a man. Here go a woman for you, you know. That's really how it's supposed to be, okay. So and that's really hard for women, because a lot of women are selfish, you know. They only care about themselves, they want to juice their men, you know. And then I'm talking about Israelite women, you know. So 1 Timothy 2:9, I'm gonna jump up to the 10th verse. It says, but which becomes women professing godliness with good works. Let the women learn in silence with all subjection. But I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man. Okay, and for a man to try to go to a woman and say, hey, can I go get this woman, or do you approve this woman? That's really that's like you putting that woman is equal to you. When you go into that word ideal, and that's let me get the word ideal. It says pertaining to an archetype or model, existing an idea, conceived as perfect. Okay? So you think that this is the perfect woman, This woman is the best woman above all women. The scriptures say that right here it says hypothetical perfect person, thing, or state. The woman is in the perfect state of being a woman. Hey, I'm gonna keep it real with you, man. Even those women that uh the apostle was naming, Rachel, you had Leah, you had Judith, Sarah, even they had their problems, man. Do that mean that they wasn't women of the Lord? No. They were women of the Lord. Okay, but being as though that uh we're in the truth, you know. Of course we supposed to still, love our wives, make sure that we leading them, the right way. Okay? But that don't mean that we put them on that mindset of yeah, you're better than me, or, baby, ain't nothing wrong with you and stuff like that. They have areas that they can improve on too, man. Okay? So it says, for Adam was first formed, then Eve. Okay? It says, and the scriptures also says that the man is not of the woman, but the woman of the man. And the man was not created for the woman, but the woman was created for the man. Okay, so our woman was created for us. Okay, the scripture says that they're a possession. Of course, you're going to be happy that you have a possession, you know. But the mindset that these women have, okay, the next verse is going to kind of go into it. It says, and Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in transgression because they listened unto the serpent. Okay, which the serpent is the so-called white man. Okay, um, especially them thinking that, we're equal. Um, uh, uh, uh the you got to go through me in order to try to get another woman, or if you get another woman, I'm leaving you and all that stuff, or I'm not going to do something because I don't like how you said it, you know. Esau put that, that wine out here only for these women, man, for them, and they just sucking it all up, man, you know. They've succumbed to the power of Esau, man, you know. And that's even before Babylon, okay? Because when you go into the scriptures, King Solomon said that he had 1,000 women, not out of them women, he ain't find one righteous, man. That was back then. So how much more today? Okay, so our women, from the time of Adam and Eve, they was going off back then. And this is a long period of time. Okay? So in the kingdom of heaven, they're not going to be going off. They're not going to be going off like how they are how women are today. Their mindset ain't right. Some being foolish. Hey, Job had a wife, and he said that you sound like a foolish woman, man. So you got to have that mindset. Our women, if we're gonna have faults until Yahweh Shah comes, our women gonna have faults, man. So we can't be putting our women up on that pedestal like they cannot do any wrong. So hey, I'm gonna be honest with you too. Again, being with a woman, us being over them, it's like, like having a child, man. And you gotta sometimes correct that child, and they're not gonna understand everything. It says, notwithstanding, she shall be saved in childbearing if they continue in faith. Okay, and what's faith? Okay, the evidence of things not seen. Okay, the substance of things hoped for. Okay, so our women, hoping that we get multiple wives, more than likely than not, that even though we sit up there and we say, yeah, Isaiah 4:1, it's going to happen, which is not going to happen to every brother, but hey, pretty much, man, Israel, I don't see no Israelite man not having more than one wife in the kingdom, man. You have some brothers who say, hey, man, I only want one woman in the kingdom, and it's like, that sound kind of crazy, man. That's just my personal belief. You could just say be fruitful and multiply. So it says, notwithstanding, she shall be saved in childbearing. Okay, if they continue in faith and charity. Okay, and holiness, which is being set apart. Okay, with sobriety, having a sound mind. Okay, and having a sound mind. Okay, means that they know when they go off, okay? And knowing, hey, the scriptures say what you're supposed to do is a wife unto your husband, okay? That's what the truth of the matter is, okay? You supposed to love your husband, reverence your husband, okay? Realize that you was deceived from this society. Listen to your husband. Your husband is uh 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 your key to getting the hell up out of this society. Okay? The scriptures also say, remember Lot's wife. Okay? Hey, you can also remember Noah's wife. Okay? But Lot's wife had the opportunity to be saved from out of Sodom and Gomorrah. Okay? But she ended up being turned into a pillar of salt. Okay? Um was that Genesis 19 and 26? It says, but his wife looked back from behind him and she became a pillar of salt. Okay? And when she was looking back at Sodom and Gomorrah, she was, she probably loved, the things that, Sodom and Gomorrah had, which Sodom and Gomorrah, America is the new Sodom and Gomorrah, man. Okay? It would make those cities back then, look like nothing, man. you know? And that's what the Lord gonna do to America today. Okay? Which America, like I said, is Sodom and Gomorrah. He's gonna make that an example. Okay? He's gonna make it as America. America is the example. Okay? Um, I'm gonna get this last scripture, man, and I'm gonna end the lesson. Okay? 1 Peter 3:1. Likewise, you wives, be in subjection to your own husbands. Okay? That if any obey not the word, they also may without the word be won by the conversation of the wives. While they behold your chaste conversation coupled with fear, right? Whose adorning, let it not be that outward adorning of the plaiting of the hair. And here go another thing, man. You know, it's, if you got a woman, you know, it ain't everybody else's business to know what's going on between you and your woman, man. You know, that I say you should keep that between you and your woman. You know, I don't need brothers to know what me and my woman got going on. You know, yeah, that's a private thing, man. That ain't gonna profit you or anybody else. You know, it says, whose adorning, let it not be that outward adorning of plaiting the hair and wearing of gold or of putting on of apparel, but let it be that the hidden man of the heart, and that which is not corruptible, even the ornament of a meek and quiet spirit, which is in the sight of Yahweh by Shem Yahweh of great price. Okay? So a woman that's, meek, quiet, the Lord looks at that, and that's of great price. And the Lord ain't gonna put, uh, a woman, which he could, he ain't gonna put you with a nigga, you know. And if he is if you are a woman of the Lord, and the Lord ends up putting you with a nigga, you still have to hold that guy down if he's pleased as well with you, until the Lord put him to death, or the Lord could put you to death, man. It could be the other way around, you know. He could bring the Lord. Yeah, the Lord showed me His power, man. My woman was fucked up. You know. It says, for after this manner in the old time, the holy women also who trusted in God adorned themselves, being in subjection unto their own husbands. Okay, so that was a pleasure unto those women back in the day to be in subjection unto their husbands, man. Okay. Nowadays, These women want all your time, and the scripture says that the time is short. They that have wives be as though that they have none. They a lot of these women, can't grasp the concept that, hey man, we could be living, forever, and that all this stuff is temporary on this side, you know. So sometimes they want to take away your time from the truth, or they want all your time and all that stuff. And a man that's simple, or a man that's a simp is just gonna be all up on this woman ass, man. When your woman is supposed to be, it, whenever you answer, if you say, what's going on, she's supposed to attend to what you say. That's how it's supposed to be. Okay? That's how we are when it comes down to the Lord. We waiting on the Lord to tell us, what's going on. Okay? What's that? The book of Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter. Okay? I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I will answer when I am reproved. Okay? So your woman, if she's in the right mindset, of trying to please you, okay, will be sitting up there watching and trying to figure out what ways can I do to please my man. Okay? If my man say he want me to just be quiet and loving, you want me to feed him, you want me to, give him sex or whatever the case, if I have to give another woman to my man, if I have to give a child to my man, then that's what I'm going to do. Okay? Because you doing it because, first off, you believe in Yahweh Shem Yahshua, and you under subjection unto your own husband. Okay? It says, even as Sarah obeyed Abraham, calling him Lord. And a lot of these women they wouldn't call you Lord. A lot of men be feeling as though that king and queen, they sitting on the throne next to each other, and then somebody come up to you with something, and you look to your woman, what do you think? First off, the scriptures say don't keep the doors in your mouth shut from how that lies in your bosom, man. You ain't supposed to tell your women everything. It says, even as Sarah obeyed Abraham, calling him Lord, whose daughters you are, as long as you do well and are not afraid with any amazement. Okay? So, like I said, you just got to have that mindset. Your man, or whatever, is a man of the Lord. Okay? And follow him, man. Okay? It says, likewise, you husbands, dwell with them according to knowledge, giving honor unto to the wife as unto the weaker vessel, and as being heirs together of the grace of life, that your prayers be not hindered. Okay? Like I said, we don't necessarily need to, give honor to our wife by letting all the brothers know, yeah, I got a good wife. That's really between you and your wife, and the Lord, man. You don't need to let your works be shown. Who are you trying to please, man? The next thing you know, guys be trying to put you to death, and trying to get with your woman, or Listen, the point is, all Israel right now, everybody ain't got it all together right now, man. So, we got to be in order, and be hoping and praying that, Yahweh Shem Yahshua continues to have mercy on us, man. And that we are, Lord willing, of the elect, and then that's when we can, uh, give praise on, to one another. Of course, we're supposed to praise one another, esteem each other, brothers better than ourselves. Brothers can't even do that. They want to esteem their women, more so than esteeming brothers, man. So with that, man, Lord willing, this was edifying. I want to say shalom till next time.